Hey, Dr. Sanchez, this is Joe. Just wanted to go over this with you real quick. I got a little confused. I mean, I went to go look at I even called my merchant services guy in Florida that does a lot of, EDUs or .orgs, nonprofits, those kind of things, because they have some of the best rates in the country. They're the third largest in the country, but your account's not with them. So I started getting confused. I called Nate. He goes, "Hey, Joe, if you recall, that came from Texas A&M. They already had it. So the authorized.net account is also whom we use. They're the largest in the country that does the online payment gateway. They're probably some of the best. They have a 365 24/7 phone number. You can call them and ask them about this because with this, I don't even know who this lady is. But what she's asking for here, okay, this reCAPTCHA and CAPTCHA or the CVV. Well, let me show you. Ever since we've taken over, we automatically put those things on. That is not something that we don't not do. So whether you donate here or here, all of it goes to the same place. So it's name, address, email, phone number, billing address that matches the card. I can select, what am I doing, right? You know, this service type has got the wrong drop downs down there. There's Visa, MasterCard, Amex. Okay, all of it's there. I put in the number. See there? There's the CVC code, and I'm not a robot. Okay, so this reCAPTCHA. Okay, so I have a dashboard of all the websites that we put reCAPTCHA on. You are not on my dashboard. This is somebody else that did this for you. Okay, so we're just using the form that was already there. We attached the payment gateway to authorize.net to the new site because the old site is through whomever y'all are using. Authorize.net. Remember, it's I have website authorize.net, my merchant services, then my bank. If you were a physical store, my machine, the gateway authorize.net, then my bank. So in this case, what she is asking for, these security systems, they have been in place since we started this, since we took over. Now, what's happened prior, I couldn't tell you. So the things that she's saying that are you're needing have been in place since we've done it. Now, what they did at Texas A&M, I couldn't tell you, and I wouldn't imagine for the life of me why they wouldn't do the standard securities for that. Authorize.net is there to back you up as a merchant and protect you from fraudulent charges. If they don't have these items and that address don't match or anything like that, it's not going to go through. You should have got your notification from authorize.net. And where you would see that, especially on the website, I can show you. Oh, let me just take you to the back. Here's the back end. So what that lady was asking for, so WooCommerce, right, that we added to this store, will have all of the history of all the orders, right? And they'll even start archiving, older orders. So you go right here to orders. And when you go to orders, it'll show you all the history. All I have is Nate when he processed that 1 cent, right? So that's where we connected authorize.net to your website, triple encryption for banking. Then it has got to have the 3-digit code and the reCAPTCHA, I'm not a robot, before they could even make a payment. So anything since we've been involved has had the standard defenses, right? So what she's requesting from you via this email you sent me, this screenshot, have been in place since we've done it. Now, prior to that, if you're getting charges prior to that, you need to talk to authorize.net and make sure, if there's fraudulent charges, you can, they're going to tell you this looks suspicious. Do you want us to process it? If you say yes to everything, you could be in trouble. Now, because there's no history in the back end of the website of the new one where those were processed, those had to have been previous to this setup. So that would go back to Texas A&M and whomever else was setting you up. Was the CCV in place? Was the reCAPTCHA in place? I don't know. This form is here, but I think Nate might have I don't think Nate put that in there. I probably need to ask him, but I don't think so because typically it comes from my master dashboard who we issue a reCAPTCHA to. CCV is just a yes or no on the WooCommerce form, and we by default always make sure that that's there. So I would probably be on the defensive and get your money back because they're supposed to protect you from fraud. make you aware of fraud, and you can say no. Don't just accept the money because it's not real money. If it's a gift card or they did the wrong 3 digits in the zip code wrong several times, that card's going to get locked up. They'll still push it through for you if they can, but you got to okay it. If you okayed all of those, then yeah, then you're culpable for the chargeback. Be careful if you don't know who they are, because there's a lot of people out there, that are spamming. But you know that would be beyond the security levels. If you okayed AuthorizeNet to process some money, that would be beyond the levels of security. See, because reCAPTCHA shows up on the site, letting people be aware. That would be beyond these security levels. If they're entering this wrong or the address is wrong, but it's somebody and he's just typing in his wife's or his zip code or an old zip code or something like that, just had a brain fart and he forgot. I get that, but it would have to be somebody that I would make a call to first and say, hey, I can tell them to go ahead and process this card, or did you have another one? And then you can manually take that and enter it in authorize.net. But once you get past this, succeed or fail, it's up to you and authorize.net to complete those donations. But if you're not even doing that and they're doing it for you, you need to get on the defensive, and they shouldn't be charging you any fees. What happened? So kind of strange because there's no other history on this, if you'll recall, for donations since we've done this. So that's all going to be the TAMU site more than likely. In fact, I don't even know if I can see it anymore. I forget what it's called. Is it TAMU? By Water National or by National Waters? .tamu something or other. I done forgot. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. .tamu.edu. Let's just pull that up and see. So, are you interested in donating? Click here. Okay, let's just try it. Thank you for considering a donation. Continue. Had some jargon there. See, that form's there. I would be on the defensive and call the whoever Kelly Moe works for, and you need to get this handled. I'll first call authorize.net and get your data straight, your information straight, and then try to get that resolved and get your money back. Okay, thanks. Let me know if you need anything. All right, because you can clearly go to either site and they're there, right? We're using the same form on the new site that was on the old site, so all that was already in place. There you go. Thanks.